Welcome back. Well, a little bit of a stormy period to start the new work and school week. Wednesday looking much better. In fact, it looks pretty nice by maybe even late tomorrow afternoon. But in between, some showers overnight tonight, maybe some rumbles of thunder. Bigger storms perhaps again tomorrow morning, and a low-end severe weather risk as well. So let's take a look at the big picture across the U.S. and examine it. And when we left you last week, it was storming in the northern Rockies. Well, it's still doing that today, and then farther south and east, the new development is the action that we're seeing close to home with showers and storms, heaviest of which are pretty much going to stay north and east of Lafayette. But we'll get another round tomorrow, and we'll be watching that. Here are the regional Doppler radars. You can see very active showers and storms across much of Louisiana, mainly from Lafayette northeastward into Mississippi and offshore into the Gulf of Mexico. Activity has been moving generally from the southwest to the northeast, and with colder air aloft, at least earlier today, we had reports of hail from central Louisiana, northeast Louisiana, and some strong storms in around northeastern Acadia Parish into southwestern St. Landry Parish, where we may have caught a little bit of wind damage as well. Well, this is what's going on right now. Scattered activity, most of Acadiana, but you can see most of the heavy stuff moving into the Atchafalaya Swamp or kind of invading northern portions of Acadiana, including St. Landry Parish, with some locally heavy downpours along Highway 190 between Opelousas and Krotz Springs, and then activity south of the Ville Platte area over toward Mamou, and then back to the west. We're seeing additional activity. Farther to the north into Voiles Parish, we've had flood warnings going on across the southern part of the parish, and this is till 8 o'clock tonight, I believe. We'll go ahead and query that. But this flood warning in response to the big weather that we've had there earlier today with locally heavy downpours, 2 to 3 inches of rain, and maybe another couple of inches of rain possible. Meanwhile, as we go farther to the south, we just see scattered activity across portions of Lafayette Parish, Upper St. Martin Parish, wetter as you get into the basin. Some shower activity moving east of the Laurelville area, north of the Laurelville area, across southeastern portions of Upper St. Martin Parish, and additional activity that we see across the region. Now, going into tomorrow, we're still hatched in for a marginal risk of isolated severe storms. That's where we were today, and we did have a hail-bearing storm, maybe a wind-damaging storm that may have had a funnel with it. And we'll see more of that again tomorrow, primarily during the morning hours if we look at our models here. And we'll go through the overnight hours, and we'll see on and off showers and some rumbles of thunder, mainly during the evening hours. Then maybe some fog late. Then comes the next disturbance, and that's going to ignite what we think is a mesoconvective complex. A strong thunderstorm complex could become a supercell that could produce hail and damaging winds. And that's mainly during the morning hours, lingering showers through early afternoon, but by 4 or 5, things look to quiet down, and it will be warm and humid in between. As for rainfall totals, the highest totals east of Lafayette, over toward the basin and farther to the east. The rest of us, 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch. I don't think Lafayette's going to see 2.5 or 3, but we'll get some additional rains. Depends on where that mesocomplex really develops and who it impacts tomorrow. Overnight tonight, mild temperatures, upper 60s to lower 70s, and then tomorrow back into the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Should be a little bit cooler tomorrow night. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s with fair to partly cloudy skies, and pushing 80 degrees on Wednesday. Wednesday looks to be the nicest day of the week before the next weather system approaches by the end of the week. So 67 the low tonight, lingering rain showers, few rumbles of thunder. I don't think we have a severe weather threat. We'll keep an eye on the radar, and maybe some fog possible toward daybreak tomorrow. And then for tomorrow afternoon, we'll get up to about 80 for a high. We'll say morning showers and thunderstorms before that, 80 degrees. Isolated severe weather possible, damaging winds and hail, the main threats. Quieter with some sun for the latter part of the afternoon. As we move into the 10-day forecast, Wednesday looks to be a spring winter, and then clouding up Thursday. Next round of storms Friday, and we are hatched in for a marginal to slight risk of severe storms again on Friday. Weekend not too bad. Plenty of clouds, though, and turning cooler with highs mostly in the 60s and lows dipping down into the 40s. And this time next week, it looks like some stellar weather before the next weather system arrives later that week. That's it for weather for now. We're going to have more coming up right after the break.